Hello everybody and happy 4th of July. I'm forecaster Dustin was with you on this Friday. We've made it to the long weekend for some of you. Maybe you're extending your weekend into Monday. I will say though, enjoy today and tomorrow because we're going to get some changes coming in our forecast. Rain likely to develop late tomorrow night and through Sunday, and maybe potentially we may see some tropical storm watches get issued right now, still in the early stages of that, but obviously right now is the time frame to kind of get ready for that. Good news is that our drought's fairly quiet. We're not forecasting to see any drought, concerns of a lingering drought at this moment in time. Radar is pretty quiet early this morning, not tracking much of anything though, but we did see some showers yesterday afternoon, especially towards our Albemarle Sound and Pamlico Sound counties, also down towards the Crystal Coast. So that was about it for the rainfall for your Thursday. And again, this front has stalled out, and we're going to kind of take a little dive deep down here. This is what will soon become an organized area of low pressure off the coast of Florida. Florida's going to be getting drenched this weekend, so unfortunately, if you're traveling down there to visit family and friends, you may be making some plans. You may want to be careful because you'll be dodging some high concerns for rip currents down there. Meanwhile, earlier on this morning, we started things off in the 70s, and again, we felt like we were outside, so some good news with the feels-like temperatures. Thankfully, not tracking much of anything with that at this moment in time. Of course, let's talk about tropics real quick. Obviously, with we got the Pacific side still pretty active here. This will eventually become a remnant low. Of course, latest data early on this morning. This will change here the rest of the day, especially the weekend. Wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing this number go up by the end of today, especially into the weekend itself. That will be Chantal, the next name, if it does get organized, but obviously National Hurricane Center still chiming things out. The average C-name storm is August 3rd. We are way ahead of schedule for that. We've had Andrea and Barry already here, so if we continue with this trend here, we may be running out of names before it's all said and done. Let's kind of see where we are with things right now. Many names to get through, obviously. Hopefully, we don't have to exceed the whole list of this year. Right now, we're already pretty active, so many names to get through. Your forecast for July 4th, yeah, looking pretty nice today. Should be in the low 90s out there as we get make your plans today. Temperatures are going to be looking pretty good all around with that matter as well. Other than that, though, we're going to be clipping the low to mid-90s here later today. Maybe a stray shower out there, but that's about it for the most activities. Looking good tonight for any festivities. If you have any fireworks shows going on in Greenville, Morehead City, New Bern, Jacksonville, wherever you're heading to, looking to be pretty nice, especially toward the Albemarle Sound. Maybe a few coastal showers tomorrow here, upper 80s and low 90s as we go towards your Saturday now as well. Now we jump ahead towards this area of low pressure. Like I mentioned to you, it's going to be spinning down towards portions of the coast of Georgia and South Carolina. Eventually begin to see some feeder bands of this little area of low pressure late as early as maybe midnight on tomorrow night into Sunday morning. And then again, what's going to happen with this, maybe watching the potential for any spin ups. We'll have to watch that very carefully. And through the duration of day on Sunday, it's just kind of off and on rounds of rain after rain after rain through the day. So it's pretty much a very unsettled end of the weekend it is. Rainfall amounts, you kind of could see we may walk away by maybe a half inch, maybe a couple of inches of rain here or there, but overall still timing things out, so keep checking back for updates. Those wind gusts will also become the next story with this storm moving through. It's going to get breezy, especially later in the day on Sunday and going into Monday, so overall get ready for a very end to a wind and wet into the weekend itself. Humidity is going to be on the rise. Unfortunately, no change in that forecast. But your coastal 5-day forecast here, scattered isolated storms, and again, rain chances increasing forces there. Moderate risk of rip currents. Again, this may be updated later in the day depending on how strong that north-facing wind does get going. A low rip current risk remains at play for our northern Outer Banks. Your forecast for the rest of the counties, including Greenville and all the surrounding areas, again, that should be moved over there on your Saturday, Friday. Other than that, though, just keep the umbrella in hand. It's going to be staying pretty warm as we head towards the rest of next week.